Had a little technical difficulties with my mouse. Welcome to Okon Bros, everybody.
You're like a minute early. I actually just went live right now, but you
I'm,
go at like
I'm right
1:59.
on. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Well, want to first say to everyone a good Martin Luther King Day to everyone.
Much respect for Martin Luther King and his family, and
Dr. King, and big shout out to Loretta King who built the man's legacy. So really great day. I don't want to say happy Martin Luther King Day because you can't really say that. You could say just mad respects to the guy.
100%.
So yeah, 100%. Put that up. You haven't put that up in a long time. Do you
I
still
need
have
to-
that?
Yeah, I need to
It's
make
like an old one.
I
That's
need
like
to make a new one.
that was from the pilot season. Like we're on season 1 now.
That's right.
Season 1 of Okon Bros is live. Yo, I had the dream. For anyone out there that has been following us a little bit, I have very vivid fortune-telling dreams. Sharon says hello. Hello, honey.
Hello.
And I dreamt, it was 2 nights ago, I dreamt that the Bucks won the Super Bowl. Now, this is my interpretation of it. And it was with Tom Brady. Either the Bucks, because they're playing in Tampa Bay this year, the Super Bowl. So either like that was like a win for whatever the case. But I saw it vividly, and I remember, each year the Patriots winning or whoever. But I think that Brady's going to win the Super Bowl. If it's not going to be this year, Tom Brady will win a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So what do you think that's going to mean for? What do you think that's going to mean for Belichick's legacy?
I think the Belichick's. He didn't even have a winning record this year.
Really?
Yeah, I think they were 6-10 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah,
because I don't watch sports, and you're lucky. I know the name, Belichick.
Yeah, no, but
Tom
Brady, Eric. Listen, I hated Brady when he was a Patriot for what he did to everyone in the NFL, and especially when he got caught cheating. I know there was a lot of controversy surrounding that, but with him on my favorite team of all time, man. I mean, this is my favorite team of all time. I was a Mets fan.
Why? Why are you a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan?
I love. First of all, I think the logo. I'm so attracted to the logo.
Beard.
Stop with the money, bros. Beard, you're fucking
just making YouTube richer.
Yeah, you're making those Google guys richer. Sergey.
Thank you, bro. Come on.
You, Beard. Really, really appreciate you, man. Really grateful.
So
I was sitting in a college dorm room. It was freshman year of college, and everybody was playing Madden. And remember, you and I used to play Madden. We played football a lot on our gaming system.
I used to destroy you at Madden. That was my only claim to fame with football.
Tecmo football.
No, you used to beat me at Tecmo because I was like 5 years old playing against a 10-year-old.
Right, and I always used to do what? Being down, right? Being down was the bomb. You would go and bomb it. We play as Dan Marino. It was always the Miami Dolphins, but I was never like a Miami Dolphins fan. And then I picked up Madden in when GoldenEye was huge on Super Nintendo. Remember GoldenEye?
Yeah, of course.
And I picked up and I was just scrolling teams and I saw this logo. I'm like, that's a cool logo. I'm like, it reminded me a lot of Treasure Island.
That's what I was about to say. It must have been just because Vegas is your jam.
Yeah. Yeah. And to me, it just was like, I can get behind this Tampa Bay thing. I'm like, there's not really one big Tampa Bay fan I know. And I started watching their games and they were intoxicating to watch. It was fun to actually root for a team that wasn't a New York team. And I like all the New York teams. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Mets fan, a Jets fan, Giants, Yankees. Any New York team, go New York. But when it comes to this team has a special place in my heart.
You know what it is about sports for me? I like a lot of things, right? And I feel like if I were to get into sports, it would have to replace something else.
Not at all, dude. Sports is so minuscule.
I don't think so. It takes over people's lives. Something would have to give for me to do that.
So why did you even bother playing golf? Right? Why did you even bother going?
Because exercise, and I like the walking, and I get to spend time with you, so that's why. But sports,
listen, on a Sunday afternoon when nothing's happening and the in-law visits are done, right? The mother and the in-law visits are out of the way. You could sit in the afternoon, watch a movie, but I watch movies all the time. So I want to just kind of decompress and watch a football game. And I feel the same way about baseball. I don't know if there's baseball to me.
There's so much with sports.
It's fun.
What's up, Tammy? How are you?
Happy Monday, Tammy.
Hello, Kayla.
Hey, Kayla. All the kids are off today.
Yay. I sent a picture. This was me 5 minutes before.
Your kids look wrecked.
No, they were tired, bored.
Right.
We're like, if we weren't going to take them outside, this is my kids. Like 5 minutes before I went on, this is what they call. I want to be on you. The laundry's on the bed, and they're just
Kids are just
making a mess
looking
of
at
the
you.
laundry. But yeah, no, that
No,
was
really, Eric, I would love it if you would give sports a chance. Give peace a chance and give sports a chance. There's nothing wrong with choosing a team. Like, so we have this good friend, Frank, right? Who, he's a client of ours and he runs a huge studio and he is absolutely obsessed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm like, why? He's like, well, I was born in Pittsburgh and, or something like that. His family was from Pittsburgh. But like, it's really nice to go after a team that no one of your friends watches.
I don't know. I don't know. Stop bothering me.
I don't know. Stop bothering me.
What was that from?
Pulp Fiction.
That was from Pulp Fiction.
He was giving her the shot, and Rosanna Arquette was like, "That girl's gonna die in our living room."
I don't know. Stop bothering me.
I don't know. Stop bothering me. Where's that booklet? The booklet with the needle, with the thing.
Yeah.
That movie still holds up. And the only thing that's outdated in that movie is the cell phones. Otherwise, that movie is sheer perfection. Pulp Fiction.
I saw a TikTok yesterday where it was Quentin Tarantino, like kind of taking photos and modeling with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, and he did not fit the no. Like he looked like the reject cousin of the bunch, because it was like Leo and
the two most gorgeous
and Brad Pitt, and then you have Quentin Tarantino, and he's like, I don't know why. I don't know. Like, you don't put yourself in that situation.
What are your top 5 Quentin Tarantino movies? I want to go top 10, but what are your 5 like ones?
5 is
and it has to be
Inglourious Bastards, just because of
Hans Landa.
Yeah, the Jew Hunter. I mean, just he is unbelievable. He's probably one of the best villains of all time. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Pulp Fiction, Django, and then probably Reservoir Dogs.
The J is silent. The D is silent. You just did Django.
Django. I see. Like, if you've watched me live, I have a learning disability, and I pronounce words the way they appear to me on like a sheet of paper. For the longest time, Syracuse was Cyprus, because it's just how my brain works. So Django is Django, because it just is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Inglourious Bastards. Just Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
The Bear Jew. I mean, just everything about that. I have to watch that movie again. That was so good.
Read the script for Inglourious Bastards. It's on Amazon, and I mean, Tarantino's way of words. I mean, it's a novel. College football.
It's like, I'm telling you, it's a whole. There's just so much to do with sports. It's exhausting.
Now, you see, like, for people that just came in, I'm a massive Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I have watched every snap of every Tampa Bay game for the last 25 years. I've never been to Tampa Bay. I have seen Tampa Bay play the Jets and the Giants before in the past, like MetLife Stadium and whatnot. But my God, I am over the moon that the Bucs are going to be in the championship. And I'm telling you right now, and I had the dream, and this is a very psychic, spiritual show, Tom Brady is going to get a ring in a Tampa Bay uniform. It might be this year, it might be next year or the year after, but you mark my words, mark it down now, January 16th, 2021. Tom Brady is going to get a ring. I had the dream, and I'm pathetic.
Make a clip on TikTok, and post it, and see if you can go viral with that. Speaking of TikTok, I made a post and I said the biggest scam in the world is cooking for 2 to 3 hours and eating it in 8 minutes. I said it better because I actually practiced it when I was recording it. But it got 40,000 views, nearly 1,000 hearts, 1,000 likes, and I gained a ton of followers. And now the posts that I'm doing after that is getting a lot more action. So
we're getting more. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're getting more subs on Okon.
Yeah. So TikTok is unbelievable. You got to find a niche, and it's incredibly cool. And the reach. I mean, that's my my biggest, and not my biggest post of all time. I posted something about like an airline or something like that on LinkedIn, and that got like 100,000 views, but very little engagement. This got a ton of engagement, and you can see the analytics on TikTok once you actually start posting, and it's incredibly freaking cool.
Eric, Bob Levine said Eric has lisdexia like him, like Bob Levine. So there's a name for, you might want to Google that. That's it's It's not dyslexia, but it's lysdexia. So,
among whatever else is wrong with me, Bob.
oh, please. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you. What was that from?
Bro, System of a Down. You got to take more supplements. Who out there takes supplements? Does anyone? I started quercetin this week.
What's quercetin?
Quercetin is an antihistamine. It's like a natural Zyrtec. And I got to tell you, I feel different. I don't know if it's in my head. I don't know if it's a placebo effect.
It's in your head.
I don't know. I'm on a lot of supplements. I've been enjoying taking these supplements. Vitamin D, K2.
I noticeably feel better.
Let me finish real quick. Vitamin D, K2, fish oil. I started the quercetin, and B and C I take also, and I feel really, really good.
Right. Yeah. I feel noticeably different if I amp up my vitamin D. Like I will have better days and not have like that hollow eye feeling behind your eyeballs. Go ahead. Who's saying what?
My wife makes me look stupid every day. She said, LOL, he was making a joke switching the letters L and D. It's not lysdexia, it's dyslexia. So I completely, and you didn't even stop me too. So this is like,
that's my problem. So
Bob means like, bro, it is dyslexia, but that's how I see it in print.
I guess I do have dyslexia then. I mean, Bob, you've diagnosed me.
Yeah. He just said Sharon Okon Jingbo as in bingo. Yeah. No, but I don't know if anyone out there takes supplements, but that's been the biggest change to my life in the last year.
I'm telling you, simple vitamin D liquid, the liquid form. If you can get the what's it called with the liquid form of vitamin D?
They say it doesn't absorb well.
No. There's like a special form of liquid vitamin D that does absorb well.
Methyl vitamin D or something
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I take, and I don't understand why. I take complex B vitamins.
Yeah, me too.
And it makes my urine neon yellow.
Well, it's why it's riboflavin, and your body absorbs. What I like about the vitamins is your body absorbs what it needs and then gets rid of the rest. I know since I've started taking the vitamins, I don't have that 3 o'clock crash anymore. Where I was on carnivore and keto, man. By 3 p.m., I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Here's a good question. Would you ever consider Monsterland to ever be a comic? We threw that around of producing our own, but it costs a lot of money, a lot of time. Yeah, I think eventually it's going to be a graphic novel. It's like that book is perfect to be a graphic novel.
100%. Yes, and it's all. See, this is up to my team. This is not up to me.
Yeah. Like it's a much bigger shift when you go from the self-publishing world to actually being produced and having managers and stuff, because you can't hardly do anything without their approval. So you
can't do anything, not hardly. You can't do anything without their approval.
Like I know this show will eventually get picked up, and I hope it doesn't change anything. But that is certainly what happens a lot. But yeah, when we were self-publishing, you can move as fast as you want. Like we move super fast with the show.
4 books a year. We were doing 4 books a year. And what we're doing now, we self-publish this Okon Bros content. We're putting out content three times a week. But if we were run by a by the entertainment people, it's snowing outside. Jesus Christ. I thought it was supposed to be sunny today. Anyway. Bob Levine says he's working off his wheat belly. Great video, he said. Great vlog.
Thank you.
That wheat belly, it's taken off a little bit. It's hitting its stride right now.
Yeah, he I think Dr. Davis shared it on his channels, so it took off a little bit. But yeah, no, that was if don't eat wheat and you'll be healthier.
Yeah.
It's a great interview. Check it out. And on this Thursday, who do we have coming out this Thursday?
It's Lambert. Oh no, Dr. Justin Sledge.
No. Shaman Oaks. We have Alan Chapman. If you want to know about energy healing, DMT, mediumship, super interesting show. And check out Shaman Oaks on YouTube. His channel it's all about energy healing.
SHAMAN space OAKS. Shaman Oaks. Great guy.
I would love to see how the movie would do versus your vision through the graphic novel.
All right, so I just want to say this. Whoever's putting this out there, we appreciate you reaching out. Monsterland was already optioned. And it was optioned. I could even say it now because the option right now. It was optioned by Jordan Kerner, who was the producer on the Smurfs. He was running K Entertainment or Kerner Entertainment. And he hired the 2 screenwriters for the movie Chicken Little. That they wrote Chicken Little, and they wrote a few Warner Brothers movies. And
He had it for a little while, and
he had it for 2 years. He had it for about a year and a half.
And guess what? Guess what took off as opposed to Monsterland?
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah,
that's what Jordan Kerner he let the option run out.
Took instead of Monsterland. But it was pretty cool to like be in that same ballpark.
It was pretty cool, and he hired these 2 Disney screenwriters, and they pitched me their version of Monsterland.
It was awesome. It was so exciting.
It was amazing, but it was so not like the book. It was nothing like the book.
But that's what it is. That's why people always say, you know, oh, the book is so different, or the movie was better, or the book was better. You know, very rarely
the movie is better than the book. That's very rare.
I don't know. I mean,
the book's always better.
There are a few situations out there where the book and the movie were extremely similar, like Harry Potter and
the new Stephen King book,
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
those are.
Dr. Sleep was page for page.
Yeah, Dr.
Sleep, and I think so was it. It was also very, very similar.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The process is long, arduous, but hopefully the outcome will be worth it.
And the guy who has Monsterland now, and I have to wait to get permission from my team to reveal who the writer is, and what he's going to be doing with Monsterland. He pitched me his take on it, and it was amazing. It was mind-blowing amazingness. It was a movie that will be good now and in 20 years from now. Hey, Hallie.
Hi, Hallie.
Chaz says, happy MLK Day, motherfuckers. Back at you, Chaz. Definitely good
so
day.
I saw a tweet today or an Instagram post from our boy D-Rock over at Gary V. And he said, when you're in business, you have to tell a story. And it got me so pumped up. And after I saw that, it was like the first thing I saw this morning. I put out like easily across all the platforms today, easily 24 pieces of content. And it just got me so much more motivated just to keep pushing out. And really, I hate selling, but when you look at it as not selling, as that you're telling a story, you become the show, not the commercial. And I just feel like that is so essential.
Sage advice
to try and make it today.
It's incredible advice. You become the show, not the commercial.
Yeah.
If it's clutch, if you're going to do it live on stage, or don't do it at all.
Yeah, no, it got me so pumped. And like, if you follow all my things, I was on a tear today, just an absolute tear of creating posts and text and screenshots and photos, and so much fun.
Do you ever get burnt out from that? Do you ever say
every day?
Yeah.
You know, because when you're posting so much, when you're posting 10 to 12 unique pieces of content a day, it's hard to come up with fresh things. You know, how many different types of pictures of a car can you have? How many different ways can you say, look at my podcast? How many different ways can you subtitle it? And, you know, I'm doing it all myself. I don't have any help. So definitely. I physically don't do anything on the weekends because I just kind of need some time to not do it, because it's all day. You know, when you're doing it in between meetings and in between phone calls with operations, or we're, you know, in between shows or talking with clients, it virtually is nonstop.
Can you imagine not doing it on your cell phone? Because I know you're doing it all from your cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a mix now. Believe it or not, for TikTok, I record in StreamYard, what we're using now, and then I share it to my phone, and then I edit it on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just do it right from my phone. I have a glow, you know, like a light thing.
Hello, Carolyn.
Hey, Carolyn, I like your TikToks. Those are cool. I'm following her on TikTok.
Oh, is she Idea Majesty on TikTok?
I think so. Carolyn, what's your TikTok feed? We'll put it out there into the world.
I want to search it.
Chaz says, typical. Eric is working and Michael's doing the knuckle shuffle.
Pretty much.
I'm doing other things, Chaz.
I'm
rooting Eric on. I'm telling him what a great job he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can do it.
You should. It feels so good. You know, like, if you have a day that not much is going on, it makes you feel productive.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mama. That's our mom, Carol P. Roman, Lady Phyllis, Phyllis Okon.
Yeah, we'll be doing another Lady Phyllis
I think
maybe
we
next
should
week.
go. I think we should go on Wednesday. It's been a month.
This Wednesday, I don't know if we're gonna be having a live show,
Right. Okay.
just because I have an appointment that I cannot miss, but if I get back in time, then we will. If not, then we'll whatchamacallit, see how it goes.
What's
Hey,
up,
Tammy.
Tammy? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, we're on LinkedIn tonight. Okay. LinkedIn Live. What are you staring at, bros?
Contest queen.
Everyone go follow at Contest Queen on
I'm gonna do it right now.
TikTok. I'm following you, Carolyn. Carolyn?
My aunt's name is Carolyn, and for the longest time, I call her Calorin. And
Marilyn.
Mallorin and Calorin were my aunts.
Still are.
Yes, they still are my aunts. So call you Calorin, the Idea Majesty. And we got Shanker. What's up?
What's up, Steven? Steven, your post on LinkedIn is the only reason why
I
I go back to LinkedIn, man.
Steven, your content that you post on there is so incredibly informative and educational, and you break it down that you explain it to a 5-year-old like me, and I can and you educate me. So whatever you're doing on LinkedIn is amazing, and I love that. Like, I saw you when you first started doing this, and you would get 2 likes and there'd be no comments, and now you're getting ridiculous engagement, and that just shows that if you stick to what you know, you stick to your passions, anything can happen. And I just love the amount of time and effort that you put into it, because I have a feeling that whatever you're doing on there, it's not work. You're just doing it because you absolutely love it, and that's
out of
so
love.
cool.
The history of New York City. I mean, it's unlimited what he can do. But yeah, we're huge fans of your LinkedIn. You're the only reason why I go back to LinkedIn, because once I joined Facebook, LinkedIn's like a morgue.
No, you gotta. I love LinkedIn.
I love LinkedIn too.
Would you ever do a reading for a paranormal investigator? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if our mother would.
I'm sure she would.
I'm sure she would too.
Mom, are you there? But
you can't start the show at 1 minute because you're a minute behind now on everything. So like I have people going on my feed, and they're talking about.
It has nothing to do with it. The show starts when the show starts. That's just the delay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What's up, Greg?
Greg, I sent that Long Island thing to Greg, and I sent it to Mitch.
The ending when he was
Mulcahy's, bro. Mulcahy's, bro. We're going to the city tonight, bro. But like we all like that was college. That was a typical day at our college.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, bro.
Appreciate the vote of confidence. I really do aim to educate at least one person every single day. I do love the post. It's really not work.
It shows. I love your posts about the artists and musicians like the Ramones, when the Ramones were playing CBGBs and shit. Yeah. I love that.
That
stuff.
just shows the power of content. And I'm sure you have actually gotten clients from it, and I'm sure you've gotten referrals, but that just shows the power of just be who you are.
Steven, I would just throw this out there, and I'm not telling you to do what to do. Well, I'm not telling you what to do, but like you should consider a YouTube channel where you're talking about the history of each picture. Yeah. You probably have a lot to say, and you're probably just putting a snippet of what's really in that picture on LinkedIn. You really should open up, the history with Steven Shanker.
And Steven, I will be more than happy to help set it up for you. It's extremely easy, minimal cost to set it up and to make it look good. It's all about lighting,
showing a picture and showing you talking about this picture. Like I would subscribe to that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like LinkedIn with video.
Yeah, like history of New York with Steven J. Shanker. That would be so incredibly cool.
Yeah, no, that would be an amazing channel.
Yeah, and Mom doesn't usually do investigative readings, so she prefers just to read families and give things. Yeah, I just made a clip of Mom's of a reading that Mom did live on air today.
I saw that. That was with Becky. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, but thank you for sharing. So appreciative.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying to build it, right? We're trying to. It's a slog. It's hard to do.
Yeah, Steven, just let's hook up sometime this week, and I'll tell you exactly what to do and how to do it.
Steven, your channel will probably become like 10,000 times bigger than Okon Bros. You have to do this. You have to call it like NYC History with Steven. or
Or just call it Steven Shanker YouTube channel, and it's
and talk about. Listen,
Steven,
we have
have you hold on one second, Steven, have you applied for a LinkedIn Live, thing yet? Because if you haven't, you should. You should do that in preparation for it.
Yeah, but I could seriously see Steven having a picture up and just talking about this picture and just giving history lessons on YouTube about this. So there's a guy that we interviewed, Dr. Justin Sledge, and he is the final say. He is the final word on anything with Kabbalah, archangels,
Well, he
magic.
doesn't tell you how to use it, he just tells you the history behind it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. He doesn't tell you how to use it, but he's the final say when it comes to the history of the archangels and magic and the lesser key of Solomon, all that stuff that like I'm getting into now. And he has images up and he just talks. Go to Dr. Justin Sledge. Go to Esoterica, Stephen. Go to Esoterica, and if you can kind of copy that model.
No, I have something easier for him. He does editing. If you do it correctly on StreamYard, there's very little editing to do.
Okay.
Because he can just go live with
Right.
StreamYard, and then he doesn't have to worry about editing it or uploading it. And there's, so there's a lot that he can do that if he's not tech savvy, it can be pretty easy.
Kind of like me.
And Tammy, Mom Read Tammy. If anyone's interested, go to ladyphyllis.com. Thank you for the shout out, Tammy.
Mom's definitely getting a lot more readings,
Yeah.
I'll call her and she'll be like, in a reading, can't talk.
Yeah. Yeah, Steven, I'm assuming that's for LinkedIn Live. I applied at least 5 times. So you have to continue.
Start
applying.
a YouTube channel, Steven. Forget LinkedIn Live. Go start a YouTube channel.
No, his audience is on LinkedIn. He would do really good there.
Yeah, but do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I watched last night? Are you
What's
still
that?
going? We have more questions, comments from your
Somebody
side?
just said, good afternoon. Hello,
Good afternoon.
Facebook user.
I watched Whiplash from start to finish. Anyone out there have seen Whiplash? That movie holds more truth today than it did when I saw it 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's just an all-time classic.
All-time classic movie. And the lesson of the movie of him saying that, good job should be the words that should be banished from the English language. Good job. No, you should excel at what you do. Good job on the podcast, Eric. You're not going to want to elevate yourself.
Tell me I'm doing okay.
Fucking bleed and punch through the screen because that's how you play the drums. It's a little dramatic, but it was a great movie.
Well, there certainly wouldn't have been a movie if it's just got a pat in the back and you're doing great, son.
That's what she said about Charlie Parker. He said, would Charlie Parker have been the greatest jazz musician of all time if his teacher didn't throw a chair at his head? Or if he would just said, good job, Charlie. Would Charlie have elevated himself? That's today, the culture today that really upsets me is that everyone gets a trophy. Everyone can, not do a great job and someone's going to say, it's okay. You're still okay. What Terrence did in Whiplash, he shouldn't be violent with people, but you should expect more of people. We spoke about that today on our call with the company.
Yep.
We had a huge call today with the company. We do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we told the people, you have to expect more from your staff because if you don't expect more, they're not going to give you more.
Yeah, what's the point? You have to lead and you have to inspire, and you don't have to be like a abusive drum teacher. But
it would be kind of cool though, right?
I mean,
cool. Why didn't you take this reservation? Right? Count with me. 1, 2, 3. He was smacking Andrew Neiman in the face.
Yep, old school parenting.
That's our father. Our father.
He was one big bag of no's, and nothing came easy. And I'm assuming that's why Michael and I have the grit and desire to succeed in the face of no success. So it builds character.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what's that going to do to people who don't have adversity in their lives? Are they going to be, are they just going to kind of coast by or just expect things?
Let me ask you a question, Eric. Do you expect of your kids? Are you like hard on Hallie?
I think about this. My daughter's life is unusual, at least in my perspective, because of her learning disabilities and, the type of class that she's in school and stuff like that. And I thought about this long and hard, and it's creating who she is, and the adversity that she is going through is going to create a person that will prevail in the face of hardship. And I think it's doing her more of a service than a disservice. If you don't have adversity, you could grow up to be a fucking loser because you don't know what to do when you have adversity. And Hallie, from the day she was born, she was projectile vomiting, figuring out her health, figuring out what she can eat, figuring out all of those things, is creating a person where she is tough as nails. She is tough as nails. You don't spit in her kasha, you know? And I feel like so yeah, I expect from my children. And not in the traditional sense, like they don't have to get A's in schools, they just have to pass. It's all about adversity and overcoming um tough shit, and you have to grind through it. And that's the way I look at it. I don't feel sorry for anybody who has a tough upbringing. You use that tough upbringing to create greatness.
Propels you forward, and
Yes.
and you either let the nose sink you down,
Yep.
or you use the nose to propel you up to get the yes.
Mhm.
And I love telling my kids no.
Yeah, if life is too easy, then what's the point?
That's what well, we had that interview with Peter Panagora. I wrote a movie about that called Heavenwood, and it's about this actor who dies prematurely. He's just on the verge of making like Chris Pratt, Harrison Ford stardom, and he dies prematurely, and he gets to heaven, and the archangels, I was like ahead of my time, the archangels are writing everyone's life on earth, and he goes to this Heavenwood, like this Hollywood in heaven, and heaven is run like Hollywood, where the archangels are scripting everyone's life and everyone's acting out their life on a stage. And he's tasked with writing his
You
next
should
life.
you should rewrite that.
I should. I was seriously beating it out on Saturday night.
Yeah, you
No,
should you
no
should
kidding.
you should redo that, knowing what you know now, and you're just so much more spiritual, and you know so much more about the universe and archangels. Oh, I don't want to go a little bit too much off the topic, but remind me, I started watching that Netflix show,
Uh,
Surviving Death.
yes, I'm 3 episodes in. It's
Yeah, I'm
unbelievable.
I'm on I'm on episode 1, but yeah, check out that show on Netflix, guys. It's great.
But anyway, this guy has to. What I was saying before is this guy has to rewrite his life, his next life, and he goes, well, I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm going to have the perfect wife. I'm going to have the perfect house. I'm going to have the perfect boat. And it turns out he gets all this stuff in the next life, and he's writing it, and he's living out this life as he's writing it, and he
Mhm.
wants to kill himself because there's no adversity. He's getting everything easily. He has no judge of character.
Right.
He becomes like he's writing himself as an asshole because everything he has just comes to him easy. He snaps his fingers, and he could own 5 million acres of land to farm on. It does, he didn't work for anything. And I was thinking of rewriting it instead of Heavenwood to call it Will. And this guy loses his free will, or he gains his free will after he realizes that the archangels go on strike, that they're not writing scripts anymore.
Right.
I pitched that to Kim, who was my former agent. She loved the idea. I have a script for it, but it's been sitting in my closet for
You need
20 years.
I think it needs a much br
A tighter story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think much more simple, but I think that I think you should beat that out again. Not write anything, but just like
I have
really
it.
dig it out.
I have a beat sheet called Will, Will. It's about this guy named Will who he's being written by archangels, and the archangels go on strike. There's a writer's strike in heaven, and he all of a sudden
You know,
yeah.
it'd be pretty cool. If you would do something like Heaven would, but actually do it as kind of like a scripted show, because that could definitely be an ongoing type of situation. I don't know what or how, because that's like you can literally make your own universe.
I can't. I don't write for TV. I don't like writing for TV. I don't know how to write for TV.
Why are you discounting what I fucking said?
I would write a book for it and
You should.
let them write a pilot or something like that.
Oh, we got some comments here. How do your kids behave in public, like in restaurants? Proof that they always had solid expectations of them. 100%.
Yeah, our kids were never ones to run around and being
Nope.
assholes in a restaurant.
No. Patty doing unless they didn't feel good, and then we would just leave. Hi, you guys. How you doing? Dark and damp here. I'm working on a farm, listening, bouncing across a field. It's how the Scots call it. That's Drake. That's so cool that someone's listening to our show in a tractor in Scotland.
It's incredible.
Yeah. No, that
It's
made my day,
incredible.
Patty.
Thank you so much.
that come with my sons. They and their wives are wonderful parents who hold the kids to high standards with things like respect, kindness, and support. Yes.
Absolutely.
It's the old adage, hard childhood, easy life, easy childhood, hard life.
That's
That's scary, but true.
hard childhood, easy life, easy childhood, hard life.
That's scary, but true,
Yeah,
because that
that's
makes you
great.
question everything you're doing as a parent.
Yeah.
You know, be like, am I making it too easy? You know?
My kids have it pretty freaking easy.
Yeah.
Want to play Xbox with your friends? Go play.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? They have chores. You know, my kids have chores. They have
Yeah,
responsibilities.
but it's not about, being able to go play Xbox. I think it's just overcoming stuff.
Right.
It's like you being a dick and not letting them play their game isn't necessarily gonna make them a great person.
I think it's all part of the character building.
Yeah, well, they may just end up resenting you. So there is a fine line.
I think every child resents a parent at some point in their life.
No, that's not true.
No, you never resented mom or dad.
There's nor the time nor the place.
It's going to turn into a therapy session for the both of us. I hated my father when I was 13. I didn't get along with my father for the beginning of my teen years. It was hard.
You were a hard nut to crack.
I was a typical teen. I thought I was missing out. That was like one of the biggest lessons I ever learned was I always felt I was missing out. I always felt I was missing the party. And no, we never resented mom. Thought you were annoying several times. We were in our bedroom playing the knuckle shuffle and you were knocking on the door saying, "Did you make your bed?"
One thing dad always gave us was privacy.
Yes, because he never really cared.
Yeah.
Sharon says, I think team sports is the most controlled way to teach those lessons of adversity. I believe that. I believe that. But I think it
was. I don't think
me all day
it was. I don't think. Hold on one second. I think it was. I don't think it is anymore. At least the team sports around us, everybody's a winner.
Yeah, I want to just say something here because my son was on team sports. You didn't get to that phase yet. The dads are in my area. They're hardcore, man. They think these kids, these kids ending with the name Stein are going to become, NBA legends. And it just doesn't work like that. And they're putting this undue pressure on these poor kids to perform. Where I was telling my son, go out there and have fun and be a team member and win the game.
I get it. I get what parents try and do regarding sports where it definitely does build character. Just not my style of the way I build character in my children.
What do you hold high for your kids to meet? What bar do you set for your children to say, you better do this? And I know it's not sports.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a few basic rules. It's be nice to each other.
Respectful.
Be nice to each other. Never leave each other behind, and listen to mommy and daddy. And that's basically the rules that they have to abide by.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Or if I went overboard. Absolutely.
Sharon and I have always taught the kids that friends are fun, but family is forever. That family, we really have instilled in them that family is the most important thing. That friends are great, that you should have friends and you should play with friends and go out with friends and be with friends. But ultimately, you have to stick with your family. That's what was taught to Eric and me. And that's the way we're raising our kids. And that started since day one.
Yep. No, it's a great saying. And I definitely use that. Friends
are fun. Yep. Family is forever.
Yep.
And the next thing is don't drink and drive. Those are literally my two rules.
Yeah.
You can't let anyone else drive you.
There's a lot more. It's
I've asked my kids would they ever do drugs. I said, would you guys ever do drugs or drink? And they're not. They freak out when I say that.
It's like so frustrating as a parent is like stubbornness in a child. That is
it's hard to break.
Yeah.
Sharon just said respect is number one and understanding other viewpoints. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Looking at someone else from another person's viewpoint is paramount to success in life.
I never did that until I met Sharon. I never did that. And that
you only looked at it from your square foot, but that's Stephen Covey.
Correct. And Sharon taught me that people have feelings too. And it was so profound to go, because now before I do something, I think, would Sharon understand this? Would Sharon like this? Would she be okay with this? Or before it was like, no, 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 this is the right way to do things because I've been doing it. It's been successful for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work like that. And I didn't have, and it was not no respect for people. I just thought that I was right.
Your daughter is the most emotionally, um, intelligent child I have ever seen. She is so in touch with her emotions and the way that she feels about things.
That's Sharon. That's
Yeah,
Sharon.
yeah, yeah, she's so in touch with the way that she feels, and she's 8 years old, right?
She's 8, yeah.
Yeah,
She just turned 8 in October.
the way she feels bad about things, it's truly mind-bending because my kids are not like that.
Mhm.
So, seeing Kayla unwrap feeling sad about something or feeling guilty about something, really amazing.
She uses big words. She's like, "Alex, you're making me frustrated.
Yeah.
You were just born 8 years ago. Why are you talking this way?
Yeah,
You were just conceived a few
yeah,
years ago. Like,
yeah,
what do you mean you're frustrated? What does that even?" And
she was
she knows what it means.
and she was talking about some TikTok video, how it was making her feel sad because of this, that, and the other thing, and I was just like, "You're 8 years old."
She did that. So listen to this.
I just
I'm so glad we're talking about this. We will My kids are obsessed with Cobra Kai. You should watch it with Zach. I think and Hallie too. I think they would really like it. We're
I
on
would love to.
season 2, episode like 9. I think we have like 2 more
Mhm.
episodes to go. And spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear what happens in Cobra Kai, shut it off season 2. But Billy, who was Johnny's friend from high school, is dying of cancer. And in the episode, I think it was episode 7 or 8, he dies. And
You're welcome, Kayla.
and Kayla turns to me and she's like, "Do friends die?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "That is so sad." And then she went on this like little thing of talking about her emotions of how she would.
She needs her own show.
No, she could be a psychologist, Kayla. Really and truly, she can get a degree in psychology because
God bless God bless her husband navigating that.
I mean, people change, you
Oh,
know.
yeah, right now. I'm
Right now,
going based on the facts. God bless her
I'm
husband.
proud. But you see, she's sharp as a tack. That kid, you
Yep.
can't get anything past
I
her
know,
because she
I
is
know.
so in tune with her emotions. My son,
He's been very stoic lately. He's been very, very stoic,
yes,
where, he's simmering, looking off into the distance, probably just thinking about Call of Duty or just something like that,
he's
but
not
he's ver
reading. He's
yeah,
not reading any
he's
books.
he's in his mind about something.
Alex is he's. It's so much fun to watch your son or daughter. Right now, it's my son becoming a teenager. It is so exciting and it's so thrilling to see your kid get a deeper voice. He picked up the phone yesterday. We were at mom's and he picked up the phone and it was Jane. And Jane's like, "Who's this?" It's like, "It's Alex." And she got on the phone with mom and she goes, "He's a man.
Yeah,
He's not a little, hi, this is Alexander."
yeah.
His voice is changing, his body's changing, he's getting hair and all these, and it's so much fun to watch because I remember when I was going through that. And then I see him like he's unraveling, his emotions are unraveling, and I have a little more patience with him than I want to take his head and ram it into a wall and hit it there a few times and say, "Stop doing that, McFly."
Yeah, hold on, we have a few comments
Sure,
here.
sure.
Tammy said before, I learned I can only control myself, nobody else." That is a
That's
huge lesson that I don't
that's number one.
yeah,
in life.
like, not enough people get that.
Right, right.
And, she asked, "What signs are our children?" I don't know. Hallie was born in August 23rd, and Zachary was, July 18th.
Alex is a Leo and Kayla's a Scorpio. Alex was born July 30th, so that makes Zachary, I think, a Leo, or he might be a Cancer. I'm not sure. I think
Yeah. Hallie is a Virgo.
Hallie's a Virgo. Kayla is a Scorpio. She was born October 25th. And Alexander is a Leo. Leo the lion. Alex
And
is a leader of epic proportions.
Zachary is a Cancer.
Right. He's on the cusp though of Leo, I think. I think he's off
Yeah.
by a couple days.
That's his middle name.
Yeah.
But yeah, and my son, really interesting. Michael and I have for literally probably the past year, we've been gaming with him every single night.
It's longer than that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but especially the past 6 months, and you see him as a 6-year-old boy, and we rubbed off on him hard. And like everything he says, we're in the middle of gaming and he comes on and I get on the phone. He's like, "What's up, broser?" And he's like, like, because that's how like Michael and I talk to each other. And this is like a 6-year-old boy. And I was talking to Michael about it a few weeks ago, and I'm like, is gaming with Zachary like gaming with a little third brother like I was? And of course, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
But definitely him hanging out with us so much. He's part of the team.
He is. He is. And yesterday, my daughter joined us, Kayla. Eric and I are playing with the young kid. The older kids, they don't want to play. They want to play with their friends. They want to play the games that they want to play because the games that we play are just stupid.
Yeah.
So we're playing with Zachary, who's Eric's baby, and we're playing with Kayla, who's my baby, and we're having a ball.
Yep.
We are having an absolute ball. Kayla wanted to continue. She goes, "Dad, 6:00 tomorrow night." I said, "Not even a question.
Let's go.
Let's go."
Start a gaming channel with them.
The kids are having a ball, and it's fun to play with them. They're fun.
Yeah, I think my daughter was a Virgo.
Allie was the Virgo. Sharon said Zachary's Cancer. Alex is a Leo, and Kayla is a Scorpio. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about, Tammy, but we're trying to entertain.
Yeah.
And Tablet Maniac says, "What's up?" Hello.
Tablet Maniacs. That's Brandon. That's Alex's boy, Brandon. I believe. I'm like 99.999% sure. And Brandon is a little gaming rock star.
It is so much fun, Kayla.
It's so much fun to play. Kayla, how do you feel when you play Call of Duty?
Yeah, Zachary was having a conversation with our mom, and he just thought it was the funniest thing in the world that we still call our mom. He's like, but they're grown-ups. Why did they call you mom?
This is the funniest kid on planet Earth. Like his personality.
Yeah, it's definitely not my personality. He's Zachary.
Takes after me in a lot of things. He's all extrovert.
Yeah, Patty says, "I have a film recommendation for you. It's more of a documentary. It's called Standing with Stones. It's on YouTube, and it's a journey around the prehistory stone circles and
menhirs. I'm interested. Put that up again. What was that? Standing with Stones? Patty, I'm on it. Right when I'm done with the podcast, I'm going to take a look. I love that stuff. Best YouTube channel out there besides Okon Bros, Universe Inside You. Universe Inside
There's a lot of talented people out there.
Man, this woman, she makes the most intoxicating videos on the universe.
I want to see that. Is that with the new Batman? What's his face?
It was Robert Pattinson, and it was with Willem Dafoe, and they completely overlooked these guys for the Oscars. Anthony, that was one of the coolest movies I've ever seen.
Funny you should say that, Tammy.
Wow.
Our daughter is a bit of an indigo child. And when my father died, she would all the time, she'd be like, she used to call him Zadie, but she'd be like, Zadie's over here. He's with us during dinner. So yeah, she has a lot of connection to the other side. And I've been to multiple psychics, and as soon as they start reading her energy, they all point towards, indigo child type behavior.
Mm-hmm. My son saw my father right outside of his window when about 2 days after my dad passed. Alex came running into my room like he saw a ghost, which he technically kind of did. He says, "Dad, I saw Zadie," they called him Zadie, "outside my window." And I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yup." He goes, "It was for a second," and he was running, and he was looking at me and running.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I believe that.
Yeah. It was really interesting interviewing Peter Panagore and then watching that new Netflix show about death. And it's so, yeah,
it's so obvious. These atheists, they go, "Oh, the mediums, they all look up shit on Facebook." Listen out there, atheists. I'm an atheist too. I don't believe there's a man in the sky. Really and truly. I think, Eric, you agree with me on that?
Eric? Yeah. I'm multitasking, bro. Yeah. I believe that there isn't, a bearded white man in the sky. No, I don't believe that.
Right. And, seeing these documentaries, talking to these mediums, to anyone out there, our mother's a medium, and there is no one more than our wives than we trust more than our mother. Our mother does not go on Facebook and looks at people's information. It's like it's stupid when people go, "Oh, she's looking up information." She's not.
You don't know how time consuming that would actually be to
She
make a
can't retain it. She can't retain a recipe. And she used to.
she, you know, my mother, God bless my mother, um, she 1 out of every 50 meals was, like, good, and she could never replicate that one good meal. She'd try and try and try again,
I hope
and
she's
she could
still listening.
never yeah, she can never replicate it.
Yeah, yeah. Mom was the worst cook.
So Tammy's been, kind of reading our children here. Virgos can be psychic, Leo's all about them.
Mm, Alex is Alex is not.
He's
He's not
been
self-absorbed.
awfully stoic lately,
He's
where
stoic, but he's not self-absorbed. There's a big difference. It's possible. Sharon can probably come up with a better thing for them, but
Cancers are emotional, loving, and when they make a decision, and that's it. Very well could be, it's all gonna come out in the wash with our children at some point.
yeah. Sharon just came out with a really good question. I'll read it when you're done.
I'm done.
Do you think there's a master controller for the afterlife or a bunch of energies working together? It's a really intense question.
I don't think there is a master controller. I think there's a matrix that was just that's just there as much as nature is here.
Mhm.
I think it's just there, and I don't know if we'll ever know who or what or how it was created.
Of course you do. Of course you will. I believe our lives are scripted. I believe we're living a movie, each one of us, and I think that it's up to us to
I don't think it's
discern.
scripted. Like, I think that there is free will and people make decisions, and depending upon which decision is made is how things happen.
The way free will runs is the way a screenplay is run, that a character is gonna change from start to finish. It's their journey. That script is a journey, and I think we're all living that journey. I think everything in our life is scripted from the first day we're born to the day that we're gonna die,
I don't think
and
so.
well, it's your belief.
You're
That's just
wrong.
my
You're
belief.
wrong.
Sure. Sure, but no, I don't believe there's a master controller. I believe that, I believe there's some energy working together.
Thank you, Tammy.
Yes, Tammy, thank you.
Hi, Hallie.
What's up, Hallie? Hallie gave
I'm not sure which one that is.
I think that's the female sign. It's a
Hallie,
girl girl power.
do you have something else to say? Do you have a question that you would like us to answer?
Hallie, are you psychic?
Do you see dead people, Hallie?
Are you psychic like Bobby? I know Kayla's had some premonitions before. Alex too.
Yeah, the Akashic records. Our dad was digging deep up there, apparently.
Eric and I have been brothers for eons, and I was always considered the smarter.
Many
Yeah.
different timelines happening at the same time can jump over to different timelines, hence free will. That pretty much is how I feel.
Yeah. They said that's what Peter Panagore said. He said there's no time there. He said all time ceases to exist. No,
No,
you're not
Hallie does
psychic.
not see dead Hallie does not see dead people.
Hallie's not psychic. No, leave me alone.
No, stop.
No, stop. What was I saying?
I don't know.
The alternate timeline. Oh, that everything's happening all at once. There's no time over there. And that
Yeah.
was a revelation with Peter Panagore. Where I said, "How does that work?" He's like, "There's no body. There's no. You could be anything, anywhere, anytime, because there's nothing." Good vibes.
I like it, Hallie.
Good vibes only.
Good vibe show.
That was a good vibe show.
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, we got on today, and before we were live, Michael and I were just kind of staring at each other like,
No, we know what we were going to talk about. Don't show
not
our
really.
weakness. Don't show our weakness.
Not really.
I knew what I was
I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but I'm happy the direction that it went. I'm happy we were able to talk about our kids and talk about adversity and what makes them into who they are and what makes us into who we are. And I thought it was a lovely show.
What do you think, everyone?
Hmm?
What do you think, everyone? I'm down to like nobody on my feed. I think it's like
Yeah. I think it was a quiet Monday. But yeah, it's not 100% sure if we're going to be live on Wednesday. If yes, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you next week. And on this Thursday, Shaman Oaks is coming out.
it's going to be a good one.
Yep, that's going to be a really that was a really great show.
He does energy healing. He
Yeah.
was so cool. Oh, I got more people on my feed. Whoa, more people. We can't sign off yet.
What do you
More
got?
people are jumping on my feed. I don't know. I got 5 more people on my feed. I was playing with this this pendulum, and the freaking thing got all tangled. So I'm sitting here trying to breathe heavy and untangle it.
Thank you, Tammy. Everybody, we're going to sign off. Peace out, everybody. Hope everyone has a really awesome week and productive, and let's all fight in the face of adversity.
Everyone, we love you. Please stay safe, keep in touch, wear a mask. And we got a new president coming in this week. No politics-free zone. But that's news.
You almost made it. You almost made it. We were there. 1 minute left.
What did JD say? What did JD say? Almost doesn't count.
Almost doesn't count. All right, everybody.
Have a
Enjoy
good
your
week,
week.
everyone.
Peace out.
Later.